It's week number 12 here in 1971 for Sack to the Future, and this time the Buffalo Bills will host the Denver Broncos. We've seen this match a few times in Sack to the Future history, and we're here again, but not as much on the table. Today, of course, the away jersey's not very accurate for the Broncos, but we can do what we can do. The Broncos come in as a second-place team, and I think if the season ended today, they would even make the playoffs as a wild card. The Bills, of course, the Sack to the Future mainstay, in last place, just like the game we just witnessed. Floyd Little, last week, over 130 yards with a long of 86. Little comes into the week second place, but I thought he was still injured. I would be surprised if Little's actually playing. I believe he was injured for more than just a week. So we'll see if we see him on the field. But he lost the rushing title momentarily, at least, to Ellison of the Rams. Because of the injury, I think he's still second, though, in the league. So if he can get back from his injury, especially if he's back this game, he still certainly has a shot at it. There is a flag on the very first play of the game, the opening kickoff. It is a face mask on the Broncos. So you can't get much of a better start for the Bills than this. They will start at their own 48-yard line. And let's see if they show you the quarterback, or if they just going to celebrate the penalty. Okay, so they're not going to make a big deal about it, but Shaw is back. Dennis Shaw, he actually was back from injury a couple of weeks ago. Oh, and on his first play, he delivers a strike of 52 yards to Moses for a touchdown. How about that to claim you're supposed to be the starter? I was going to say the doctors cleared him a couple of weeks ago, and he was in uniform, but as the backup to Harris, and the Bills have finally decided to go back to Shaw, who was the starting quarterback to start the year. And on his first throw back in the starting role, he hits Moses for a 52-yard touchdown pass. That is a way to make sure they don't go back to Harris anymore. Shaw with a lightning strike. And the Bills grab a ridiculously fast 7-0 lead. As I said, the Broncos have a lot to play for. Currently in second place in their division and right on the bubble. I think they're on the inside, but there's a lot of teams tied or within a game of them. So they must continue winning if they want to get into the playoffs. Steve Ramsey, 732 yards, 5 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. You see 94 of 158. He has split sometime. He has not been the quarterback every game. Much like the Bills, they've had two quarterbacks playing, partially due to injury, partially due to just riding the hot hand, but with different results. The Bills find themselves in last place, whereas the Broncos are in second place. There's a play action pass. As you see, Little has not been out there in the first two plays. I'm pretty sure he is hurt for this game. I did not check, because I thought for sure he was out for like a month. So very surprised if he goes back. There you see the offensive line of there's Lynch and Anderson are the running backs, Simmons and Gerke, a receiver and tight end. So that proves it right there. Little was not pictured. He is not in the game today. So that definitely weakens the Broncos, and if you're going to catch them at the right time, that's what the Bills are doing here. The Bills, of course, fully healthy in their backfield for the first time all year long, as either a quarterback or running back has been hurt every game of the season until last week when they were a fully healthy backfield. Ramsey takes off and runs, gets 6 yards. And there's a handoff to Anderson, who fights and is going to be, I think, just short. Here's the defense of the Bills. Dunaway and Tadrick in the middle. Cowlings and Snowden. On the outside, Chandler's your middle linebacker. Guidry and Stratton are the outside backers. Wyatt and James are your corners. Pitts and Richardson are the Buffalo safeties. He was short. It's 3rd and inches. Broncos will run for it and get just enough. Lynch, so without Little's explosiveness, they probably aren't going to see any 86-yard runs like Little provided last game that he was healthy. But the Broncos are still going to be dedicated to running the ball. They're just going to have to get them in smaller chunks. The Broncos have played very well over and running. So good running game, no turnovers or lower than average turnovers in 71, and good defense has given them a winning record and a possible playoff spot. But the Bills stop them on that play and force them to punt. So the Broncos, even on a punt, they're still able to take over 5 minutes off the clock. So that's another thing that helps their defense is they usually win the time of possession game. Would really like a Broncos away / white jersey to be used for any of the 70s, 80s, or most of the 90s. But there's a big lack. The Broncos have the white jerseys for some of the 60s and then from 98 and beyond. But unfortunately, 97 and beyond. But fortunately, from 96 all the way back to 1971, there is no option. So got to deal with that blue underarm stuff instead of the stripes. That's okay. That's okay. At least they got the helmet and the pants, right? Broncos turn the Bills away on 3 straight plays, and they will punt.
Come on now, let's go. Ready, break. I got it. 2 times.
The Bills send their safety all the way up to the line. Predicted and run. It is a run, but Anderson breaks through, and there's no safety back there to stop him from getting a big gain. I mean, there was one safety, but not the other one.
Come on, set. 30 base.
You send the safety up to stop the run. You better stop it at the line. Ramsey misses on that pass attempt. So the Broncos have a decent drive again, but the Bills stop them just before they can get in field goal range.
Let's go, boys, bring it up.
And again, the Broncos punt it into the end zone, so the Bills start at their own 20.
60 outlaw. Ready.
Shaw back to pass, fires, hits Moses again. They combine for a 52-yard pass play on the first play of the game. Now they combine for another 17 yards.
Ready. 70, Indy. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Let's go.
There's a handoff to O.J. Simpson. He gets nothing. 3 carries, 0 yards.
Let's go. 15.
Patch pass. Shaw fires to the other side, and that's incomplete. Shaw on 3rd and 12. In trouble and brought down behind the line for a sack. Smith with the sack, and the Broncos will force the Bills to punt again. So the Bills have a very low likelihood of making the playoffs. However, they are a game and a half, I believe, behind a half game behind the Jets and a game and a half behind the Patriots in the division. The Jets playing the Raiders right now. You can see that score flash on the bottom. The Patriots have to play arguably the best team in football, the Dallas Cowboys, which we will see here, but very good likelihood the Patriots are going to lose that game. So if the Bills can hang on and win this one, and the Patriots lose, there's no doubt that the Bills would still have a decent chance of finishing in second in the division, if that does anything for you as a Bills fan. I mean, it's better than being last, I guess. But again, no real shot at making the playoffs unless everything goes right. Broncos almost getting worse on their drives. First drive was very good, but stopped short of getting any points. Second drive was decent, but they had to punt again. This drive went nowhere, and now they're punting. Dennis Shaw is back, and the big story was this very first pass after being put back and the role as starter. There's O.J. Simpson across the edge. He gets a first down, his best run of the game. But the big play of the game, of course, was the very first pass play from Shaw to Moses, 52 yards for the touchdown. And that's been all of the scoring. You see total yards about even. Broncos doing it on the ground, Bills doing it through the air. There's another pitch out. And another big play for the Bills ground game now. Starting to get going Patrick this time for a gain of 12 yards. The Bills, as we've talked about, if you've been following this season, partly due to injury, especially early in the year when they lost their top two running backs, had to rely on running backs 3 and 4, or running back 3 and fullback 1. Now they're all healthy. But because the other guys got experience, they actually have 4 quality backs. And they are mixing up the carries and the production. Dennis Shaw fakes to one of them there and fires over the middle. First down and all the way down to the 20-yard line after some broken tackles. So Dennis Shaw given the reins as the starter. It comes out 4 of 5 here in his first quarter back. There's a handoff to Patrick, and he gets nothing really. There's a handoff, 1 broken tackle. This time Jones, his first carry of the game, he gets 2 yards. Now it looks like they might be back to OJ back there. Nope, they're not going to run a play. That's the end of the first quarter. The Bills lead the Broncos here in Buffalo by a score of 7-0. Oh, it is O.J. Simpson on the carry, but he gets hit in the backfield. Brings up 4th down. And Leipold will try to knock this through. It is inside of 40 yards, so pretty confident here. Kick is up, and it is good. Bills extend the lead to 10-0 over the previously thought of playoff-bound Denver Broncos. Not sure, though. The Broncos lost last week, and now they're losing. Might lose their way out of the playoffs after all. So with all these last place teams, 3 of the 4 Back to the future prime teams are in last place. The other one, the Dallas Cowboys, in first place and certainly going to make the playoffs, but most likely will have a bye in that first week. So only one of the teams will be in the playoffs, and they will have a bye in the first week. So we are definitely going to broadcast some other teams come playoff time. I am just undecided if every playoff game will be broadcast or what kind of schedule I'll do. Will it just be 2 a week? 2 at each stage. Of course, any game that involves the Cowboys will be broadcast. But while the Cowboys are in it, maybe it'll be one on the NFC and one on the AFC, and the NFC one, of course, will be the Cowboys. And then if they get knocked out, we'll still, of course, broadcast at least one from each stage of the AFC and NFC, or I might just do them all. That would make it take longer, though, of course. So undecided how that will go, but rest assured the Sack to the Future Bowl and both of the games, the AFC and NFC Championship games, will definitely be presented, even if the Cowboys are not involved. So hand off to Anderson. He gets up to the 26-yard line. 62 yards for Anderson and 7 carries. He had that one big run of 20 yards or so. But overall, he's been running well. Broncos have still been able to run the ball just fine without Little. They don't have the explosive one-play touchdown runs, but they're still running well as a team. Ramsey delivers that pass downfield. Ramsey 3 of 9. Not great, but if he can get a touchdown this drive, he'll be right back into it. It's a handoff. It's time to Lynch, and he gets hit in the backfield for a loss of 1. 6 carries, 18 yards for Lynch. Bills bring both the safeties up. They have everybody within 3 yards of the line of scrimmage. It is a handoff. The Bills, of course, ready for it with everybody coming up. Turner. There's nowhere to go. 3rd and 13. Now the Bills back off a little bit. At least one high safety. The Ramsey got one of the Bills to jump, though. This is a free play. He's going to actually get sacked, so did not use the free play very well. But did get the Bills' Chuck Hurston to jump. And that will give the Broncos 5 free yards, making it a 3rd and 8. And play action pass now in all kinds of trouble and sacked. Back at the 20-yard line. Green came in on the blitz and put the quarterback down. And now a 37-yard attempt to get the Broncos on the board is straight through. So the Broncos, off the foot of Turner, get some points on the board at least halfway through the second quarter. It's 10-3. And there's a nice return, a nice move to get about 14 more yards up to the 36-yard line. So nice move there by Mr. Jones.
Here we go. 60 or. Tight end right. 4 down, check.
4 backs of the Buffalo Bills contributing. Special teams as well. There's a handoff to O.J. Simpson. He gets to the outside and gets a first down up near midfield. Both these teams running the ball pretty well. There's a pitch out, this time to Patrick, but he gets hit behind the line. So that brings up a 2nd and 14. Pitch out to O.J. Simpson to the left side. He gets near midfield. Gain of only 3. 3rd and 11. Dennis Shaw now probably got to put the ball up in the air. Shaw does drop back. He's going to fire downfield and complete to Haven Moses again. Moses having a big game on the return of Dennis Shaw to the starting lineup. 3 catches for 94 yards and a touchdown. And And the Bills are back in field goal range again. Shaw wants more. He delivers underneath and another first down. That's the rookie, Braxton, who gets it all the way down to the 13-yard line. Shaw, 6 of 7. A good return for the quarterback who started the season as the starter and is starter once more for the Bills. Now this is where the Broncos have excelled, tightening up in the red zone, giving up less points than would, and it looks like they're going to do it once again. If they can stop them to just 3 points, then it keeps it just a 10-point game. Pitch out to O.J. Simpson, gets a block on the outside, gets across the 20, 15, and he's tackled at the 16-yard line, actually. So that will get the clock close to 2-minute warning. And in fact, it is the 2-minute warning before they snap for the field goal. So 2 minutes to go in the first half. Bills up 10-3, but about to hit a chip shot field goal here. Can't imagine a miss from this range. Let's see what happens. Snap's good, holds good, and that kick is right through. Bills go back up by 10. It's 13-3. Teams have both had exchanged good field goal scoring drives. Took up the most of the latter part of the second quarter. But the Bills, even though they're up by 10, they do have to defend here as the Broncos have all 3 timeouts.
70, Indy. Ready.
Ramsey throws, completes, first down. And they will not call a timeout. They will hurry up, though. And Ramsey fires and incomplete there, so that stops the clock. There's 91 seconds left, but they do have all 3 timeouts. Plenty of time to at least get a field goal. Ramsey throws, completes, another first down. Let's see if they use a timeout here. No, they're going to go with letting the clock run. And Ramsey's going to throw again. And he's in trouble. He's actually going to get sacked back at midfield. And now the Broncos will go ahead and use their first timeout. 1 minute to go. Broncos have the ball right at, or midfield at technically the 49-yard line. Ramsey on 2nd and 17. Good protection this time. Fires downfield, and it's knocked away, but almost caught on the redirect. It was ultimately just fall to the ground as an incompletion. Ramsey down 3rd and long. Misfires, and that brings up 4th and long. So the Broncos threaten, but ultimately have to punt. And now the Bills do have all their timeouts, but up by 10. With the luck that they've had so far, they may just want to, play it safe and make sure they have a double-digit lead going in the locker room. But of course, that's not what they do. They come out throwing, and it's incomplete. Shaw to throw again. Fires, and just out of reach. So the first 2 plays, they don't take any time off the clock, and now it looks like they will go ahead and hand off, but now that gives the Broncos the ability to call timeout and get the ball back. So maybe a mistake there by the Bills. We'll see. The Broncos are not, with little out, the Broncos don't have any, huge, big play potential, so I don't know that they have enough time to get points now anyway. Play action pass. Ramsey throws, completes. Does not get a broken tackle, though, so that will only get a few yards. Broncos do take their last time out, but now they're out of time. Going to have to find some 9 or 10 yard plays that get out of bounds, and then maybe try a Hail Mary. Let's see what they do. Ramsey fires towards the sidelines, but it's overthrown and incomplete. 16 seconds left. Ramsey throws over the middle. It is caught short of the first down. The Bills not sure why they're doing this. We should be going in the locker room, but the Bills call a timeout, I guess, to see if they can block the punt. Punt is not blocked. And bounces into the end zone. So now with just 4 seconds to go, I would hope that the Bills just kneel, and that is what they're going to do. So Shaw kneels the ball. And we go into the locker room with the Buffalo Bills winning here at home, trying to upset the Denver Broncos. See the Bills winning in the air, the Broncos winning on the ground. Neither team has turned it over, and the Bills lead by 10. Broncos will receive to start the second half. And the return gets him across the 30. Nice return to the 31-yard line. Ramsey throws it into the ground. 7 of 18 now. There's a handoff. Nice blocking and close to a first down, up to the 39-yard line. Close enough that they can run or pass on this third down, 3rd and 2. Broncos handoff to Lynch. He gets the first down.
Let's go, baby. Ready? 50, plant. Watch the run, watch the run. Put up. Watch twins. Watch twins. False start. Offense.
False start against the Broncos.
Ready to break. Let's go, fellas. Watch tight end. 4 down, 4 down. Let's go.
Hand off to Lynch again. He fights his way for a gain of only 1.
Go. 60 Pittsburgh. Single, single slot. 22. It's coming up there.
Ramsey back to pass. Fires downfield and connects across midfield into Buffalo territory for the first down. Big play there. Broncos now on the move. Down by 2 scores. They need to get some points on this drive, they feel. Hand off to Lynch. Nothing doing there. 9 carries, 23 yards. Stratton on the hit. There's a delayed handoff to Turner again. Makes one man miss and gets all the way up to the 33-yard line. Brings up a 3rd and inches. Big, huge run. Lynch all the way into the end zone for a touchdown. Nicely blocked. And a nice move by Lynch to get away from one defender and then outruns the other defender to the end zone. There you go. That's a nice block and push by Lynch. And then he's untouched the rest of the way. So a huge run. Good drive for the Broncos to start the second half. And they pull to within 3. A little over 4 minutes taken off the clock on that drive. And the Broncos have crawled to within 3. It's now 10-13. In favor of Buffalo, so Dennis Shaw. It's been a good game so far. Well played. Neither team turning it over. Unlike last game where the Giants were just trying desperately to throw the game away, and they, of course, were successful in losing. But here it's a couple of teams that are trying to play good football and see if they can get a win. The Bills might not have much to play for. Broncos have everything to play for, but they're both playing well. There's always a story. Oh, There's a hit and a fumble picked up by the Broncos. We said there was no turnovers, but there you go. That's the first turnover. It's a defensive touchdown. There was a flag, but the flag's going to be against the Bills. Ted Coy, the tight end. So that, of course, is going to be declined. And just like that, the first turnover of the game leads to the Broncos getting their first lead of the game. 16 make that 17-13 now. The Broncos. Well, that's what I'm talking about. The Bills looked like they were playing just fine, and just like that, the Broncos get their best drive of the day, followed up immediately by a turnover that turns into a defensive touchdown. And it's bam, bam, 15 seconds later, you go from up 10 to down 4. Let's see if the Bills can recover that disastrous turn of events. Shaw comes out to lead his team. He had a good first half. Now he needs to be a leader and get his team moving back in the right direction. Patrick is not going in the right direction there. He loses 4 yards.
Ready, ready. 10 Lobo. Mike 54. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Cut.
There's some motion from Haven. And, oh, Moses now gets hit and fumbles the ball. And the Broncos recover yet again. Sames on the recovery. The former Bill himself recovers the fumble, but that's 2 drives in a row now that end in fumbles for the Bills. Hard to blame any of that on Shaw, but all of a sudden his team is falling apart in front of him. Moses, who's had a big game. Man, he was almost able to get the knee down, but was unable to. Ball just came out of his hands after the hit. And now the Broncos take over in great field position. Just seconds ago, literally less than a minute ago, they were down by 10. Now they're up by 4 with the ball in scoring position. Flash pass, Ramsey. Stops, waits, looks, runs, hit, sacked. Gaiju with the sack. Brings up 3rd and 8. The Bills have pushed the Broncos back. If they can get another sack, they might take them out of field goal range. Let's see here. Ramsey gets good protection, though, and fires it out of bounds. So they will be able to attempt a field goal from here, but it's not a gimme. The first field goal attempt by either team that's over 40 yards. So there's some question to it. It's actually a 46-yarder. Certainly not guaranteed. And, in fact, he does miss. So the Bills defense bails him out of that turnover. The Broncos get no points, and the Bills get the ball back kind of about where they turned it over. Shaw will turn and hand off to O.J. Simpson, who gets hit in the backfield, or right at the line. No gain. See the Broncos dominating the game on the ground. Shaw throws underneath. That's complete, and the ball does not come out, so that's a good sign. Bills have to just hang on to the ball for a while. There's a handoff to OJ, but not much. 1 yard maybe. So the Bills will punt, but that's better than the last 2 drives. Moving in the right direction, I guess. Ball bounces inside the 5 and just trickles across the goal line, so it is a touchback. 6:19 to go in the 3rd quarter. The Broncos lead the Bills 17-13. The handoff to Lynch again. 65 yards down, 12 carries. Broncos, just like they've done all year, only 58 yards in the air, but by simply not turning it over and relying on a fantastic ground game, they find themselves winning 17-13 here. Hand off to Lynch. Bills play that one nicely. 2nd and 9. Handoff to Turner, his 5th carry of the afternoon, and he's up to 29 yards. Third and 4. Ramsey's going to throw for it. Throws underneath. It's complete, and he's unable to get the first down. So the Broncos will punt.
Let's go. Let's do it. Go now. 60 Pittsburgh. Man left, man left. Hey.
O.J. Simpson, a gain of 1.
60 outlaw.
Simpson's done most of the work. He has 36 of the 43 yards.
Here we go. 70, Indy. Shoot.
Shaw, 3rd and 5, will run for it. No. He had one guy to beat to probably get a first down, but he did not get past Washington, who gets the Broncos' 4th sack of the afternoon. His 2nd, the team's 4th. And the Bills will punt with just a minute to go here in the 3rd. Broncos return it across the 40. Good field position for the Broncos. Broncos already up by 4. A touchdown might put this game away. The Bills defense would love to get a 3 and out, but they have got to make sure they give up less than a touchdown. And Broncos another handoff. And Lynch is up to 84 yards. That takes the 3rd quarter to an end. Big quarter for the Broncos. They put 14 points on the board in the span of about a half a minute and have the lead now 17-13. Also the first quarter that the Bills failed to score, so just a complete turnaround in that 3rd quarter, and the Broncos now lead by 4. The Bills hoping that that was just a quarter to forget and they can get back on track. They will get the ball right away here in the 4th quarter. Just 5 seconds in, the Broncos have to punt.
Come on, baby. Let's go. Ready? 60 or. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Shaw back to pass. He's going to actually tuck it and run across the 15. Breaks the tackle at the 20, gets all the way up to the 26-yard line. Big run by Shaw. And that's how this drive starts now. The Bills from the 26-yard line. Shaw is going to run again. No. He tucked it early, but actually got hit behind the line. So that's sack number 5 for the Broncos. After O.J. Simpson runs over one man. Denver Broncos are 8th in the league in forcing turnovers. They've forced 2 today. Top 10 in total defense, top 10 in takeaway. Very good defensive season for the Broncos so far. O.J. Simpson here fights hard and gets the first down. So the Bills' drive will continue. Shaw back to pass. Gets away from one man and then fires it out of bounds, so that's a good play. Avoid the sack. Shaw 8 of 12 now on the day. Shaw going to throw again. That's incomplete. Seemed like a misconnection there between receiver and quarterback as far as what he thought was going. He's going to turn and turns away from one sack to get hit by someone else. That's Jackson's 2nd sack of the day. The Broncos have put 6 sacks on Dennis Shaw. And the Bills will punt with just over 11 minutes to go in this game.
60 Pittsburgh.
There's a handoff to Lynch and another first down. He's up to 96 yards, so no problem. Lynch, 96 yards and replaced a little. They've also used Anderson and Turner a bit. Lynch again up to 97 yards now. Ramsey trying to run away from the defender, but he cannot. It's a sack for Guidry. And the Broncos are all the way back to a 3rd and 20. This is not the strong suit. Broncos like to run and stay out of any position that would turn it over. So let's see, they do just run. Even though it's 3rd and 20, they hand it off. And Lynch breaks 3 tackles and ends up getting 19 yards. Guidry brings him down. The 4th man to hit him brings him down just a yard short. That was almost a disaster. The Bills defense on 3rd and 20 gives up a 19-yard run. Extreme determination by Lynch. A 3rd guy actually fell off of a different Bill, so Lynch broke through. Well, he broke 3 tackles, but he actually broke through 4 defenders, and the 5th defender is the one that got him down just a yard short of the first down. But they did indeed force him to punt, as scary as it was, and the punt does just go into the end zone for the touchback. So the Bills will start at their own 20. It's a 1-score game. It can still be won here by the Bills. Shaw throws underneath. Complete to Patrick. There's a handoff to O.J. Simpson, who runs through 1 tackle but not the other one. So 3rd and 2. We're now under 7.5 minutes ago, so we're in the second half of the 4th quarter. 17-13 Broncos. Patrick fights. Second effort gets him the first down, just 9 yards on 6 carries, but none more important than that carry. Bills' drive will continue. Shaw drops back to pass. He will fire towards the sidelines, and it was almost intercepted. Almost intercepted, but it goes through the hands of the Broncos defender. And the Bills get another life. Less than 6 minutes to go, 3rd and 8 now. Shaw needs to come up with a play. He drops back. He launches it deep downfield, and it's knocked away, incomplete. 5.5. There should be enough time to still punt. The Bills are going to punt and rely on their defense. Halfway through the 4th quarter in Washington, the Lions lead the Redskins 9-6. So the Chiefs are on a bye at 10-1. The Colts won, they're 9-2. The Oilers have a semi-pro team to play, so they'll most likely get to 9-2. And then you have the Cowboys, who will be broadcast here at 9-1, trying to get to 10-1. But they'll have to beat the Patriots to do so. Ramsey misfires there on 2nd and 9. Had the first down on a more accurate throw, but missed. So a big 3rd and 9 here. Ramsey's going to throw for it. No, he tucks it. He's going to run, and he's got all kinds of room. Gets the first down before getting hit. Ramsey 2 carries now on the day for 17 yards. And that was a big one, though, because now look at that clock. It's running. It's just over 4 minutes to go, but it's a first down. So the Broncos could clearly take some time off here. Handoff to Lynch. Gets a nice block. Gets up to the 39, 40-yard line even. The Broncos are the 27th best offensive team, but today they're right near 400 yards. 27th. There's only 26 real teams, which means they are actually behind at least one semi-pro team in offense. But that's not how they win games. They win games by winning the turnover battle and controlling the clock and playing good defense. Broncos fire downfield, open, complete across midfield. That was a huge one. The Bills could have had the ball back. Instead, the Broncos get a first down and get it all the way down near 2 minutes. They're probably not in field goal range yet, but they are in danger clock range. Handoff to Lynch. Gets a great block across the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. Pushed out of bounds. That is the 2-minute warning. Huge run. Okay. A touchdown does put the game away. The Bills have 3 timeouts. It's a 1st and goal. So, one of 2 things is going to happen. Not counting turnovers. Either the Bills stop them, waste all 3 timeouts. Ramsey's going to throw. And it's caught for a touchdown. So, the Broncos surprise everyone by throwing the ball. It's actually knocked away, or it hits the Bills defender hand first, but then falls into the Broncos receiver's hand. This is crazy. The Bills knock it away from the intended receiver right into the hands of a secondary receiver. That's just horrible luck for the Bills. That's the other thing the Broncos have had is luck. They've controlled the clock. They've won the turnover battle, all things that you do to win games. They played good defense, but they've also just had lucky bounces, and it looks like the Broncos are going to maintain their status as the last team to in as far as the playoffs are concerned, and the Bills, of course, will remain in last place, provided that Dennis Shaw doesn't do something amazing here. The ground game's kind of out of it now. It's all on Shaw's arm, and he's got to do it quickly. Shaw fires, completes on that one. That's a first down. But some clock is going to run off. They need to get big plays. Shaw throws, completes again. So 2 completions, about 20 yards, but they're going to start needing more. They're going to need 20 yards of play now. Soon Shaw throws incomplete.
Go! 70, Indy. Watch number 86. Watch 86. Big grip.
Shaw in trouble, gets rid of it before he gets hit. It's incomplete, but avoided the sack. That was actually a big play. It does bring up 4th down, but the sack would have cost them a timeout. Now they couldn't run it if they need to, because they did not have to use the timeout. They do run it, and Patrick, I don't know. They say no. He did not get the first down, so that will do it. The Broncos are going to win yet another tight game. Broncos will be, 7-4 now, definitely looking strong for a playoff spot. And the Bills continue to break the fans of their heart, the hearts of their fans. Anderson muscles forward, close to first down. Bills do call another timeout. They want the ball back, even though it's a 2-score game. But they won't get it back as Turner finishes it off. The Bills call timeout anyways, but Ramsey just has to kneel twice, and this game will be over. So the Bills jump off to a 10-0 lead, but the Broncos dominate the rest of the game. I wouldn't really say dominate. I would say the Broncos, slowly, methodically took control of the clock, and then had a big drive to start the second half, followed immediately by a turnover that just gifted them 7 points. And that was the big, from that point forward, once the Broncos got the lead, then they did what they do, which is just shut you down defensively and hog the ball with their running game. And that's what happens. You can't let the Broncos get a lead on you. 270 yards on the ground for the Broncos, and no how they want to play. They succeed again. 7-4. Solidified in second place, and they're right there with the Bengals, Steelers, whoever loses that game, and the Broncos are probably, the Oilers, Yeah, I'm not sure if they'll make it or not. It's really between the Broncos and whoever loses the Bengals-Steelers game as the playoff team. So Broncos definitely in position to make the playoffs, though, at least with another win here. Thanks for watching. What time do we have? We have about 10 o'clock. Not sure if the Cowboys game will happen today or not. It depends. I have a couple things to do. If I can get those done within the hour or within a hour, then I may still present the Cowboys game. If not, it will definitely be tomorrow. But either way, thanks for watching this one, and hope you had a great 4th of July. And join us again, which will either be later tonight or tomorrow night for the Cowboys and maybe wrapping up Week 12. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.